What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk about this tea with Monique Samuels, where she had special guests Funky Dineva, J.E. Henson, Monica from All About the Tea, and DJ Richie Sky and Bondi Blue. They are talking about cancel culture. So let's pick up, guys, right where we left off.
And that's just the truth. They have this thing sank in one thing. You tease them with a carrot over here, and they completely.
And to that point. So I got a story for y'all that ties into this. So today I read that there's a grocery store that's opening in Central City, which is a underserved area for grocery stores, right? So Master P gets in cahoots with the Rouse's people so that they can open this grocery store. Now, mind you, the backstory is one of the co-owners in the Rouse grocery stores was at the Capitol on January 6th. So a lot of us who live down here, myself included, said, I'm not going there anymore. Like, I can't go along with that. Okay? So we start going to another store. So now they're like, oh, our answer to that is to call Master P, who's going to come in and give a speech and shame you for the cancel culture, you know? And I got so pissed off about it because I was like, it's one thing to cancel a celebrity for saying an off-brand or disrespectful comment. It's a whole nother thing when people are trying to use the little power, our buying power that we have in order to make companies who use us culpable for what they do in politics, which directly affects us. The reason why there is no grocery store in this underserved area. And mind you, Rouse's has been around New Orleans for years, and you're just now deciding to put a store in Central City? Oh, and let's not forget that the hours are Monday through Friday, as if they were open on Saturday and Sunday, they might get robbed. So I feel like to an extent, we need to create a separation between boycotting things for real reasons and canceling people over bullshit, which happens more often than not.
Right.
Because see, to me, the real cancellation comes when you stop buying the products, when you stop listening to the music, when you stop watching the TV show. Hey, cancel BBW people. I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, if you really want to impact it, you got to make up in your mind that I'm not going to just complain about it. I'm done with it.
And that is why I said in that part one, I have so much respect for Color Me Pink. I do not agree, with everything she says on her platform, but I looked at her behavior with the whole basketball wives thing, and even For It's Rocks a while ago. I forgot what season. I think season 6 when Evelyn came back. That was the last season that she filmed of the show. Like, she said she was not recapping it no more. The ladies are disingenuous. They are snobs now. It's too much unnecessary drama. It's chaotic. It's draining to review. I listened to everything For It's Rock said, and that woman stood by her word. Okay? Whereas this other YouTuber that I had an affinity for, she didn't. She says all this, poetic shit on her channel and all this spiritual shit, and very articulate, very smart, but I'm looking at your actions. And for you to say, oh, I'm not going to review this. I watched this lady, I told y'all last year, oh, I'm not going to review it. Turned around, kept reviewing it. Then this year, she had said, oh, I'm not going to review it. Turned around, did a video on it, because that's what people do. They want attention still. They feel like, and like I keep telling y'all, YouTube is a hell of a drug, because it's kind of like, how much attention is enough attention, right? And it's very important for you to know who you are and to stand in your shit, because everybody is always watching. So like I said before, Color Me Pink and For It's Rocks, out of the women on YouTube, they really got my respect for, how they stand by what they say that they is gonna do. That's true integrity, right? Like being one with what you are saying, not saying something because it's popular 1 minute and then the next minute, no, I'm gonna talk about it anyway, and then I'm gonna tell other people don't talk about it. And no, there's some type of integrity issues with you. So yeah, that made me look at that YouTuber differently.
Right.
So do we feel like cancel culture worked for Basketball Wives? Because it kind of looks like it did.
It's hard to say because people still watching and they still mad. So I don't know.
People are watching it really quickly. People are still kind of watching Basketball Wives because a lot of people, it's not so much they're interested in the show, but it's kind of like we want to see, there's a big sector of people, right, that want to see what happens with OG. Will she be heard? Will she be understood from, the colorism claims that she is making? That is what that's about. We're not invested in Shawnee O'Neal. We're not invested in Malaysia. Like at one point, we probably, all liked some of them. Like I used to like Jackie and Malaysia. I did. But like I told y'all, this show got messed up when Evelyn brought her ass back. She has a toxic energy to her. I could have even dealt with the show when Tammy was on, when it was Tammy and Shawnee, and yeah, it was still messy and stuff like that, but I just feel like it was, more of a show, and it was more, it was a little bit of favoritism still. Because Shawnee would have, Tammy's back, but that whole Brandy Maxfield and Shawnee going head to head, honey, babe, what was that, season 4? I like that. Because I felt like that was real TV right there, right? So, to me, Evelyn made it worse. And see, they almost got canceled. And matter of fact, they did get canceled after she showed her ass season 4. They did come back for season 5, but they didn't have no reunion and stuff for season 5 because people was done with the show because of all that shit Evelyn, was doing, throwing bottles. Yeah, Tammy acting a fool too. But I really do feel like it was like Evelyn that really brought down the viewership. People didn't want to, be bothered with her.
Down exponentially to the point where they said today they cut the season. They're not getting a reunion show. So to me, that sounds like your check got affected.
Well, I think when it comes to like Basketball Wives and even Housewives this season, I think it has less to do with cancel culture and just more to do with both of those shows have ran their course.
Or some of both. I think it's some of both. That's what I feel. People are outraged by how OG is being treated. We saw it last year, and now this year we see them gaslighting her. And, a lot of us is affected by that. And, we don't feel like that's right. And I told you all, it's not just the colorism for me. When I am looking at OG on that show, I see myself and my daughter. My daughter has been bullied at school. I know what that feels like. I've been bullied as a kid, So even though OG is a grown woman that can hold her own, that makes me feel sad that, she's going through all of that, being judged for, her toe being out of her damn shoe, having on the wrong wig, don't have the right fashions. Like we know that these girls are mean girls, but to me with OG, they kind of took it to a whole nother level and disrespected her on a whole nother level. Cause I told y'all, like I said before in one of my videos, I've never seen nobody on reality TV I never seen anybody being disrespected on this type of level ever. And I really do feel, and this is somebody light-skinned telling y'all this, because I've been out in the world, been in, in the entertainment industry, I'm not famous or, no shit like that. I don't even really want to be famous like that. But I, have seen it, where if you are lighter skinned, it ain't even a talent thing. You got that over that dark skinned girl. Like I've seen it, So
You know, you also, though, have to be careful when you're a company or an entity or a business owner being so easily swayed by negative press. Because once people realize, that they're in control, like I'll never forget, quick story, they did a Love and Hip Hop Live or VH1 Live or whatever, and Big Tigger was the host. And everybody got on social media and lit VH1 up and lit Mona Scott Young up and was like, y'all know Funky Dineva was supposed to be the host of their show. So the next week, they had me on as a special guest, but I remember overhearing Mona say in the background, she's like, you know, I really didn't want to bring you on because we've got to be very careful with letting people know that all they've got to do is vent on social media and we're going to acquiesce to the... You know, it's a.
I see what he's saying, though. It is some of that out there too, but I don't ever see him. I saw Funky Dineva on Love and Hip Hop, and to me, he didn't fit. He was at the reunion, going back and forth with Jocelyn. I just don't. See, he was Funky Dineva. He was in drag then, and I didn't like how he looked. I didn't think he was funny. Once I got introduced to Quentin, and I heard him, speak, and, he's very well spoken, very articulate on different subjects and on different issues, I fell in love with that, not dressing up in drag, because to me, that shit just ain't funny. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what is this, a living color? Like, are you trying to be Wanda or somebody? It just was not, he was not on Justin Jay's level to me. And I know a lot of people was like, no, Funky is the GOAT. He not funny like Justin Jay. Do you see what I'm saying? That's to me. I like how he speaks on a variety of different issues. I kind of like that educated part of him. And he has that edge over Justin Jay. But as far as, that whole funky persona, I think he got rid of that shit because he realized that shit was tired and people didn't want to see that shit. They wasn't buying into it. It wasn't funny. And it was inauthentic to who he was. I think him dressing up in drag, that was kind of something to introduce, him to the world. But he just looked off to me, when he was dressed up like that. But, I tend to listen to more of what Quentin, has to say over, that character, that character he was trying to play, honey. Okay?
It's a very yin-yang relationship. I'm all for canceling some shit when it's supposed to be canceled. But like when T.I. was talking about don't go to Houston's because those particular people had an incident, and I'm like, listen, okay, the manager at Houston's was racist, or the hostess they was dealing with. You expect me to no longer go get my Hawaiian ribeye? Smoke salmon because y'all had a bad incident with a specific manager. It didn't come from corporate, so I'm not boycotting the whole restaurant. I'm from Miami. We grew up on Publix grocery store. Okay, they saying that one of the granddaughters of the Publix heir gave some money to the Trump campaign. That's her business. Her political affiliation ain't got shit to do with what I eat, okay? I don't shop at Winn-Dixie, but I don't buy meat out of Walmart. I will be continuing to go to Publix.
Mm-hmm. That's the first thing. And that's your decision to do so.
By it, Monique.
I can't stand. Can I say something real quick? This is what I really can't stand, is when I do see celebrities that want to cancel a whole business because of their incident with that business and try to think that we're stupid enough to just follow after what they're trying to do because they mad.
Well, what about when people was talking about canceling Bravo because, how Andy treated you at the reunion? How did you feel about that? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's stupid to cancel Bravo because Andy held Monique to task at that reunion and was making her be accountable and responsible for her actions she displayed in the fight with Candace. And even after the fight, you walking around around like you don't give a damn that you hurt another human being. And you would have never known her and Candace was actually friends, because it was like, I don't feel anything. And, you know, I'm just trying to figure out why I would do something like that. How about, damn, you know, I looked at this girl like, you know, she was a little sis. And see, when you feel empathy for somebody, if you ever really cared for somebody, you go come with that approach. Not that bullshit you was trying to kick up. Oh, I'm just trying to figure out. You got on some narcissistic shit. Why I would even do that, because I don't even react to stuff like that. See, you're not seeing yourself for who you really are. And I think that that's hard for people to do. A lot of people, you guys, they want to see themselves for who they think that they are and not who they really are and the actions that they are displaying to other people. You know, like, you have to kind of listen to some of the feedback that you get from other people, especially if you have a lot of people saying one thing about you. Like, when I look up Monique Samuels, guess what everybody is saying? You narcissistic. You don't have no empathy. You was never Candace's friend. You're jealous of Giselle. You wanted to be up under Giselle's ass. There's a lot of people out, you know, on social media that feel that way about you. You know, they see certain things. So, you know, I think it would be good if she could like admit, you know, to some of her wrongdoings on the show and admit to, that's the problem I think people have with certain people, is that they don't admit to things. They just lie and try to cover it up and, you know, have this perfect Patty persona, you know. People like real. It could be raw, but as long as it's real, I think people, you know, in the long run, in the bigger scheme of things, they respect that.
When it's on them, they want us to use our intelligence and all of that when somebody's trying to cancel their ass, i.e. I.
Okay, Monica, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You know, I'm split down the middle. Mm-hmm. Cancel culture is not a bad thing, like Funky said, when it relates to the rapists, the Harvey Weinsteins of the world.
Most definitely.
It's totally appropriate. R. Kelly deserves to be canceled. However, I don't want society to get to the point where we're not able to express our opinions at the risk of being offensive. Like, you literally have to scale back, especially bigger bloggers, and I'm a blogger, I've been doing it for a long time. But bringing it over to YouTube, it's like sometimes I have to stop and think, maybe I should scale back a little bit about what I'm going to say about this. You can't be 100%, you know, right? Because they so quick to cancel. Then they write dialogues. I mean, 8 paragraphs in the comment section just to get it deleted.
Monica, that's if that truly is if you play into it. Because my people, the more they try to cancel me and talk that bullshit, the harder I come at their ass and piss them off. Because I refuse to believe that OG's issue on Basketball Wives is colorism. I refuse.
Bitch, I'll throw this water bottle at you. You hear his ass, and do you see Bondi Blue? Come on, Bondi, bitch. Come on. I'm with Bondi on this. Bondi's whole face, honey, changed. Come on, Bondi, Miss Bondi Blue.
It's not. Bitch, you're unlikable and you're ugly. Okay?
We can disagree.
Why are you calling OG ugly? What is your problem? Okay? I consider myself to be a very beautiful woman. I done had some of y'all come at me like, oh, you ain't all that. Oh, you just think you so pretty. I've had people come at me like, if I go in on Portia, you jealous of Portia Williams. There is not anything that Portia Williams has that I want. You jealous of Kenya. You just mad you don't look like Kenya. Who the fuck is Kenya Moore? You know, I want to be brand new Robinson. Okay, that's who I am. I like the parents that God gave me. I think both my parents kind of crazy, honey, but I like what they gave Miss Robinson, because everybody knows, honey, Miss Robinson is fine, honey. So I get mad with some of y'all sometimes when y'all get in the comments. I don't mind you disagreeing, but do not say I'm jealous of anybody, because I don't have a reason to be jealous of anybody. Okay, I love who I am, what I have, even whatever I don't have. Shit, it don't mean I ain't gonna never have it, okay? I'm gonna get what I get, okay?
Agree about that.
Ooh, we gonna have to
agree about that.
But this is the thing with Funky. He feels comfortable with saying that because, once again, he's not a woman. This is a man that dresses up as a woman. Okay, it's a difference between being an actual woman and dressing up as a woman and being gay. And I'm not knocking anybody, that fit any of those narratives. But at the same time, you have to be sensitive. And this is how I know he's full of shit, because I watched him review Basketball Wives, and he got to saying that, they did treat OG messed up, and they are wrong for how they treat her, and so he'll be on that whole thing. And then he get around these people, right? Because like I told y'all, YouTube fame, whatever you want to call it, it's a hell of a drug. So I want to say the most shocking shit. All of this that he just said, it was on purpose. So he could get Bondi and whoever riled up, because I think DJ Richie Sky, Mr. Neutral, and DJ Richie, he real neutral. He's starting to kind of show his opinion on different matters now, because I think he kind of been called out about that shit. Okay, but he's another one. When he on his channel, he's on OG's side. He kind of seeing it her way. But you got Funky, he just can't get enough attention. So, yeah, I'm going to call OG ugly. She unlikable. She's mean. Bitch, what about you and the shit that you did to Michelle Brown? Okay, don't you think a whole bunch of people they going to dislike you for how you treated that woman? Don't you think there's a certain sector of people that ain't going to deal with you business-wise because they going to feel like, can we trust him? Shit, you out here getting evicted. You out here on drugs. People are really paying attention to you. So like I told y'all, that shit that he keeps saying about OG and she ugly and all of that is not just about that's how he feels about OG. It's more or less, let me bring some shock value. Let me get y'all riled up and upset, and that way I could get the attention that I want, as if he needs any more fucking attention, right? Or subscribers or views or whatever, so, and he got a big smile on his face after he said that. He got a big ass smile, and Monica all about the tea. See, the real conversation they should have is they should all debate on that issue about OG with him, but they don't end up doing that.
There's a reason why you feel that way.
But regardless of that, I think the one thing that even the people that disagree with me know and can respect is I'm going to stand up in it. That's what I felt that came from my gut. You don't want somebody who said some shit on Monday and then Tuesday they turning around singing a whole different tune. And that is what this cancel culture is creating. It's creating, and then you have to act. He
kind of does have a point to that, but my whole thing with the OG thing is, why do you need to just flat out call her ugly? I would rather people just give me different adjectives of the reasons why they don't like OG. I could kind of get with that, but just, she ugly and she mad, she ugly and she got low self-esteem and all this bullshit, you can miss me with that.
Ask the people who are outraged, does that little piece of bullshit ass PR statement, does it really suffice? And unfortunately, like I said, most Americans are stupid. For most of these people, it does. And that's the shit that baffles me. So we've now created an atmosphere where, Monica, you actually can go out and say whatever the fuck you want to say. Just have your PR statement ready for next Monday, and then all is forgiven. I don't want that.
Okay.
Right. Franklin just apologized for cussing his son ass the fuck out. That man meant every word that came out his damn mouth.
Yes, Kirk Franklin did mean what, came out of his mouth, but it's only appropriate that he addresses that because he is a part of the gospel community, okay? Where there's gospel music, that's religion. People take religion seriously. and him cursing his son out, it was not a good look. Now, I'm okay with it, right? But like I always tell y'all, who am I? You know, I understand him being human. I understand we all have a shadow side. We all have that side that we, you know, we show you, and we got that side to us we don't really want you to see. And Kirk Franklin's image is not a part of that shadow side. He don't want you to see, you know, him calling his son all kind of bitch ass niggas, and, you know, he don't, you know, that don't make Kirk look good. Okay, we gotta call a spade a spade. It did not make Kirk look good at all. So it's appropriate sometimes it is appropriate to apologize and recognize, hey, I shouldn't have said that like that, or this is the context behind the situation. It's only appropriate because of the line of work that he's in. Now, if he was a rapper like Plies, which everybody keeps trying to compare him to because they look so much alike, then it wouldn't matter if he apologized or not, because a lot of rappers call their sons niggas and stupid and MFs and, you know, all of that. So, but it's only right. And he is a man of integrity for apologizing and saying, hey, you know, because the son is the one that leaked, you know, the audio, really. It wasn't like Kirk put it out there for everybody to hear. But I think it's very intelligent and responsible for him to take accountability. That's a grown man that is doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with hearing feedback from people and it offended somebody. And then you say, you know what? I said something in the heat of the moment, and damn, I didn't, you know, I didn't, that was not my intent. So, let me apologize if I offended you. There's nothing weak about that. That's strength all day, every day. That's integrity. Integrity is being okay with who you are and also recognizing that if I have offended somebody, I'm big enough to apologize. Because the way that I'm set up is, I don't give a damn how light-skinned you are, how much money you got, how many subscribers on YouTube you got, how many views you get per video. If you don't have an ounce of humility inside of you, I don't give a damn, you know, to follow you, or I don't care about none of that. Okay, everybody is not impressed with how many Instagram followers you have, how many Facebook followers, how many YouTube. Like, if you are a really deep person, you don't give a fuck about that shit. You know how many people have told me I need to just shut down my channel? You're not getting the views like that, brand new. You should give up. Yeah, you should just quit. You ain't making no money off of that. Oh, you should just quit. You should just give up. I don't know how to give up. I didn't have that tree. My mother may not be in my life, but from the time she was in my life, my mother was a strong parental figure. I don't know nothing about giving up, because my mother had 3 kids and never gave up. And I watched her buy a big, beautiful house. I watched her travel the world. I watched her work hard at her 3 and 4 jobs. Okay, so when you look at me, understand my mother may not be in my life, but she made an impact while she was in my life. And some of y'all got parents where they in your life, but they didn't really make an impact on you and your self-esteem, because you still don't know who you are. You get discouraged when shit don't go your way and you just give up. You are running around like some old weak ass person, like a weak link. You know, every little thing gets you down. If you don't, you know, I see so many people start YouTube channels because they think the shit is so easy, right? Everybody thinks that something is so easy until they have to do it. And these same people will love judging you. Well, you and these people, they don't even have a channel, but they'll say some shit. I know, because I've been at this, since 2016. I done had people say little shady shit to me. You know, that person's channel is kind of better than yours. Man, they got more subscribers and viewers. And guess what this person is? Guess what this person got that's saying this shit to me? They don't have shit. Okay, they started a motherfucking channel and had to end that motherfucker because guess what? This is not for the weak or the faint at heart. This is about your motherfucking tree and where you came from and what you choose to believe. And whether my mother is in my life or not, I had a strong ass tree. Okay, my foundation was strong. All right. It was very strong. So a lot of people, they don't have that. Yeah, they may have a relationship with their mother or father, but they, you know, you have to, and I'm not really all that worried about my daughter because whether her father is in her life or not, she has a strong ass tree. And we don't break or bend easily. We don't know nothing about that. And we may have days that we want to give up, but we never give up. We keep it motherfucking moving. That's all I know. And I look back, because I remember when I started YouTube, I was getting like 10 views, 5 views, 20 views, 25. Hell, we got days like that. It's like that now. 50, 75. You think any of that is going to slow me down? Hell no. I'm going to keep motherfucking moving. I don't care who listening, who ain't, who giving up. I ain't going to quit. Okay, I could have, and I got other jobs. This is not my bread and butter. I don't have to do this shit, but I do it for the love. And after a while of doing YouTube, you will really see who loves it or who's just in it for the money, who's in it so they can look popular, so they can look like they got high self-esteem and they really don't. You know, you really begin to see who's real and who's fake. And ain't shit fake over here. Okay, do I have my ups and downs in this life? Hell yeah, but I'll never quit. Okay, never. And don't you ever, if any of you all are a subscriber of mine, I don't give a damn how you look. I don't give a damn what tree you came from. Don't you ever give up on your dreams. You can accomplish anything. Let me tell you, you gotta believe it. I had to believe in myself. Look at me, all on my soapbox, preaching a word. But I gotta tell y'all this. I believed in myself. I said, I can do this. And you want to know why? Because I was a part of an organization called SET, where we traveled and acted, and I did monologues in front of audiences and, you know, did different skits and things like that. At the age of 19, I was getting ready to start an organization called All Eyes on Us, where, you know, I was going to be training different teenagers in the field of acting and dance and, you know, kind of have my mini version of self-expression teen theater. So I said that to say this. Don't you ever give up. Don't you ever quit. Stop comparing yourself to other people. And also, before I let them speak, honey, on whatever they saying, you know, recognize when something is not for you. Like, pay attention to the reasons why you do things. Don't start a YouTube channel because your homegirl, your homeboy started one or your cousin started one. Do it for the love because you really feel like you have a powerful message you want to share with people and really enjoy what you are doing. Don't worry about the money. The money is always there. Okay, it's coming. You just got to work for it. Okay, so all right, let me get on out of there. Okay, let's get back.
Everywhere. But that's the world we now live in. And it's funny because the people that it's going to hurt the most is us. Because white people love playing victim. So this shit falls in their wheelhouse. So now they figure they can say whatever the fuck they want to say, make a statement, and all is supposed to be forgiven. And that ain't how this works.
Here's my thing. I barely paid attention to the whole Kirk Franklin situation. But I'm trying to figure out why did he feel as though he had to apologize to the world?
Y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? This is the same woman that had no remorse or empathy after what she did to Candace. Now, did Kirk Franklin owe us an apology? No, but because of the business that he is in, as far as him being a gospel performer, as far as him being a religious leader, it's only right that he addresses the issues that he has had with his son. Now he kind of has to address it because he was caught on, a recorded line saying, what he said to his son. This lets me know Monique Samuels has no integrity, no accountability or responsibility. It's only right that Kirk says something, because if he don't say shit, it just look like he don't care. Right?
Like, why did he? Because the Christian community came after his behind.
He should have apologized to his son and kept it moving and just said,
why the hell is he apologizing to his son? Bitch, did you apologize to Candace after you dragged her across the motherfucking table? Did you apologize? It took your ass a whole year and some change to apologize, and you gave your phony ass apology at the reunion, and you still wasn't sincere.
said, hey, I'm human. I'm a father. Sometimes I might fly off the handle with my words or whatever. Who knows what their situation is in their house? There's times where we all get bugged behind closed doors. So
That's
at the end of the day, I'm just like, that to me turned me off more than anything. The fact that he needed to apologize.
Well, of course you don't understand it.
To me, it's the fact that he did.
Well, I feel like cancel culture, in my opinion, is really a social media thing. And social media, it has a very powerful impact, whether it's good or bad. I feel like cancel culture should be a personal choice, because it is so easy to go online and tweet a hashtag and all of a sudden you're a part of the movement and you're canceling somebody. I feel like that should be a choice within you. And, within your daily, how you move daily. Like, okay, canceling this person, don't go to their store. Don't play their music.
Right. It's a personal choice.
It's so easy to go online and comment, hashtag, cancel Monique. And you're a part of the movement and you're canceling this person. So I feel like the way social media has used this hashtag has made it really bigger than what it should be, honestly, in my opinion. Because I feel like you can get canceled for any little thing.
And like I said, let me reiterate the fact that more times than not, you really don't have any power. I've been doing this 11 years. I've probably been canceled 23 times already. And I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only true nature of a cancellation, in my opinion, and the only time you really have to worry about something is when you've done something wrong. Now, you get caught up in rape stuff. That's worth.
That's true. He is making a good point on that.
Being canceled. You calling people, racial slurs and homophobic and transphobic. That's worth being canceled. But this having an opinion stuff, and I'm saying this to y'all and other content creators out there, and you, Monica. Long as you ain't calling nobody no nigga or no faggot or nothing like that, you say what the hell you feel at all times. Them bitches will be mad for 3 fucking days and they will come back to you. Okay?
And you know what? That's why I love you.
Unfollow. I'm unfollowing you, and I
love that.
I always write that.
Tell me that you got to unfollow.
I say you don't. I don't make my money on follows. I make it on views.
Okay, every time you click back on this shit. Okay? Every time you click back on the comment and argue with me, bitch, you gave me a view. Thank you.
So, if you really want to cancel me, don't watch.
Exactly. They can't do that.
Wait.
They can't do that.
No, they can't.
I've went through that as well. People, I'm not following you, or I was go subscribe to you. I don't really, I don't give a fuck. You know, like, you either like me or you don't. Now, you're not going to agree with me on everything that I say. You're not supposed to. That's what the dislike button is about, you know, or you could get down in the comments and say, hey, I don't agree with that. I see it this way. And sometimes you guys, even though I don't agree with you, I'll read your comment and be like, okay, that was a good point. I'll get in the comments, you know, and say that, because I feel like I'm not too big on my britches where I can't say that, right? But yeah, you don't have to announce to people you go unsubscribe. That's more or less you're saying that to get a reaction. But, you know, I have kind of learned to not even look at comments on certain videos, because it's just like, this is just my opinion and I don't give a flying fuck how you feel. Like, you either agree or you don't, or, you know, do what you do, you know. But yeah, I'll never forget it. I had, think I did a video on Kenya Moore. Yeah, I think I did a video on Kenya Moore, and the person was like, oh my God, you just hate her. Oh my God, I'm unsubscribing. Oh my God. And then, you know, and I'm like, well, shit, unsubscribe. I didn't say it to him, but, you know, you go ahead. Like, I tell people all the time when it comes to Kenya, I don't like her. So what do you want from me? I don't hate her, and I have to talk about her because she's on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I cover, you know, commentary on that show, you know, so I have to include her. I don't hate anybody, but I will get on you if I feel like you are wrong, you know. So I see, you know, what some of them are saying on this.
With the people,
I do it depending on how I'm feeling that day.
Right. Yeah, I'm about to tell you. When I tell y'all, I do not read comments. Like, I am on Real Housewives of Atlanta, basketball. I am not in the comments. But if you come to my Instagram with that shit, and I'm on Instagram, or if I'm on a live on YouTube and I see your comment, I will get your ass all the way together. But I am not going to read your paragraph your paragraph comment where you're basically projecting your issues onto me because you heard one little thing I said and want to attach all your life's bullshit to it. So yeah, no, I'm not reading that shit.
I'm gonna tell you when I cuss their ass the fuck out. When I make a post on Instagram about my dogs, but you did on basketball, right? They be determined to get your attention. They be determined to get your attention.
Yes. I posted. It was the day. It was during the season. I think it was the day that the fight went down or something like that. And that day, I just so happened to post a picture of me and my family because we were out and about. And then I had one comment that said something about the show, and I said, not right here. I said, don't comment right here. I said, I will give you a picture to comment on. Just give.
I remember that.
Yeah, I'm like, people stay with the point.
It goes to show you, though.
And really quickly, that's why I don't really have y'all never really hear me say stuff like, oh, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. I don't really, how do I say this? I don't really want you to follow me on all social media. I do like when you guys, you know, subscribe to the YouTube channel, but sometimes I feel as a YouTuber, and I just feel like my life is my life. Some of you all do follow me on Instagram, but if you notice, I don't post a lot. I do post on Facebook certain things, and maybe in the future things may change for me, but I'm not big on the follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. Like, I feel like YouTube is my space and my time to say it how it is. And, you know, Instagram and Facebook, that's my family time. That's pictures of me and my daughter. That's kind of like my private life. So I'm not really one of those YouTubers that's big on that. You guys, we're going to have to come back with a part 3 of this cancel culture discussion. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.